with your breath for a moment. So sit nice and tall, close your eyes, draw your chin down slightly. And gradually start to deepen your breath. Deep inhale and a deep, deep exhale. Morning, everyone. So we're starting seated. So if you need to tip your hips up, or rather tilt your hips forward so you can sit nice and straight, and sit up on a block or a rolled up towel. Okay, and then inhaling, draw your navel in, lift your chest, take your arms wide, palms go up, parallel to each other, lift up, and then exhale, dropping the arms to a twist. So you're going to take them to your left, right hand to the outside of the left thigh, drop the left hand behind you, but keep that lift in the core, the spine, draw the shoulders away from the ears, just revolving, taking it easy. Next inhale, come back up, and exhale to the other side. Inhale, exhale. So grounding through both hips, inhale, exhale. Come back to center. Going to do a neck stretch. So reach your left hand down to the ground, just slightly to the side. And then take your right arm out to the side, push through your fingertips, and then draw the hand slightly down towards the floor, but not touching. And then drawing the left ear towards your right shoulder. Can't do my mirroring today. So reach that hand, the right hand away from you and down. So feel that traction through the top of the shoulder, the side of the neck. Move your head, just feel into it. Just twist the chin up or down or in or out. Inhale, come back to center. Touch the right fingers down. Reach the left arm away from you. Draw the right ear to your shoulder. Reach, reach, and then slightly lower the left hand so you can feel the deepening of the stretch. Move as you need, just feeling into it where you feel it's a bit sticky. Just hang around there a little bit. And then inhale, come back to center. And then you're going to bring your arms up. Inhale, lift your arms. And James Bond fingers, so clasping the hands and then lifting the index finger, pressing them towards each other. Straighten your arms. Draw them back slightly so your head is between your arms. Might not be possible, but that's where you want to aim. Fingertips all the way up. Feeling a stretch. And then exhale, ground through both sitting bones, keeping the thighs down. You're going to lean over to the right. So trying to stack the shoulders, so rolling the left shoulder up. Inhale, come back to center, lift up again to the ceiling, other side. Inhale, back to center. Turn the palms to face up. Big stretch. Release your arms, come off your block. Take your feet wide to the outer edges of your mat. Take your hands behind you, fingertips pointing away. And then we're just going to drop the knees one side and the other. Windshield wipers. So the knees don't have to touch the ground or anything, just feeling into the hips. If you feel like you're sliding forwards, I dig my heels in a little bit to stop me moving. But just rocking, releasing the hips, just feeling a little flow, not too worried about alignment. Each buttock can come up on the lifted leg. Okay. Cross your legs, roll over onto your knees. Come to lie on your tummy. Flowing cobra. So take your hands wide on spider fingers, fingertips, and they're out to the side of your mat in line with your shoulders, and then cobra legs. So press the tops of the feet down so you feel your kneecaps lift. So that's your quads engaging. Draw your shoulder blades down your back, elbows are going up, gaze is down. And then feel your glutes here. So you want to gently squeeze your glutes to feel you're pressing your pelvis down into the mat. And then inhale, gently lift. So keep shoulders away from ears, push through the fingertips, squeeze core, squeeze glutes, tops of the feet press down, exhale, lower down, forehead just kisses the mat. Inhale, coming up. You can even curl to look up if it feels good. If the lower back's tight, don't have to. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. One more, inhale, up. Keep that strength in the back body. Feel what the glutes are doing here to stabilize the pelvis. Okay. Release down. Palms beside your rib cage, tuck your toes under, lift your knees, and then come into down dog. So you can walk your hands forward slightly and place your hands well. Index finger points forward, and then the fingers spreading from there. Weight coming into the index finger and the knuckle of the base of the thumb. Keep the wrist safe. Okay, so get up on your toes, bend your knees deeply, push the floor away with your palms, relax your head. Feel that spinal stretch opening through the shoulders, reaching your armpits towards the mat, and then lifting up into down dog. So you'll start to straighten the legs and then push back with the palms. So push down with the palms, so into down dog. You don't have to have the heels on the mat. You can keep your knees slightly bent. And then we're going to come again up onto the toes, bend your knees deeply. You might be feeling this in your arms as well, but use your core, squeeze your pelvic floor, navel to spine, and then lift up the hips, lower the heels, thigh bones go back, down dog. One more, inhale, lift, up onto the toes, bend knees deeply, and then lift up the hips, thigh bones back. Okay. And now you're going to walk your hands back towards your feet. Ragdoll. So feet are hip distance apart. Hold on to your elbows, knees bent. Tummy on your thighs. Feel the hamstrings. Relax your head. And then bring your thumbs into your hip creases, push up and back. Straighten the legs gently. Squeeze your core, reach your chest forward, shoulder blades slide down your back, hinge upwards. So really making sure you protect the lower back by using the core, and then walk forward. Standing in mountain, fingertips reaching for the ground. Feel the energy traveling all the way up from the soles of the feet. Thighs engaged, lifting the kneecaps, pelvic floor lifting. Draw your navel to your spine, and then shoulder blades sliding down your back. And try not to have that neck, the head forward, so draw the palate of your mouth back so it's right central over your shoulders. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, hands up, but we're not flowing through Surya Namaskar today. Palms up. Forward fold, So hinging at the hips, roll the front of the pelvis forward, tailbone goes up. Slowly, 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 and bend your knees, fingertips to the mat, and then palms down, walk your feet back to down dog. So place the hands well. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg lifts, lower the left heel to the mat. Feel that stretch through the back of the calf, but internally rotate the right thigh. So roll it under you, so the knee and the top of the foot are facing the mat. And then roll forward into plank, curl knee to nose. You're going to bring the right foot between your hands and help it if it needs. Take your hand to the back of the calf. Drop your left knee down. Flatten the foot, hands to the front thigh, come up into low lunge. Inhale, bring your arms up. Arms are parallel. The gaze can be just forward. Slide your shoulder blades down your back, engage your core. So feel even as you sink your hips, right knee tracks forward. Feel this lovely stretch up, releasing the hip flexor in the left hip. But then engage, use the tailbone, tuck it under. Feel as if you're dragging the front heel towards the back knee. And vice versa. And then exhale. Left palm down, tuck the left toes under. So really push the floor away. Lift out of your shoulder, so don't allow yourself to sink down. You want strength through the shoulder. Tuck the left toes under, lift up the back knee and revolve. Right arm goes up to the ceiling. If this is too much, you can drop the back knee. And then exhale, bring your right hand on the inside of the right foot. Wiggle your right foot. This way. So wiggle your right foot over to the right slightly, and then turn the right toes out. Let the thigh relax a little, so the knee tracks in the direction of the toes. Lizard. So your block. So sorry, hitting the furniture. Lift up through the back thigh. Just to get length through the spine. So you want to tip yourself forward, push the floor away, gaze is down, so the neck is long. The toes are turned out slightly. If you can, you'll roll onto the outside edge of the front foot. So that thigh opens. Drop the back knee. You can keep toes tucked under or flat, whichever feels better. You can either stay here, or if you want to deepen this hip opener, you're pressing the thigh away from you, leaning back. Okay, inhale, lift, press the sole of the foot back down to the floor, palms down. Tuck the left toes under, step back to down dog. Turn back the other way. Okay, lifting into down dog. Three-legged dog, lift the left leg, lower the right heel, internal rotation of the left thigh. That means the hips come level, so we're not rolling the hip open. We're rolling that thigh under, lift as hard as you can, push the floor away. Then inhale, roll into plank, curl knee to nose, bring the foot between your hands, and drop the right knee down into low lunge. Up onto that thigh, sink your hips. So make sure the back knee is way behind the hip, so you can feel that stretch through the front of the thigh and the hips. Sink your hips. Feel the energy of the heel drawing towards the knee, knee towards heel. Bring your arms up. Gaze is forward, shoulder blades down your back. Sink your hips. You can curl to look up if it feels good. You're drawing that arc with your nose. Don't just drop the head back. Then exhale, right palm down under right shoulder. Tuck the toes under, lift up. Just to settle, sink through the hips. Reach the chest forward, top arm goes up. You can drop the back knee if you need to. revolve, so drawing the right ribs across towards the thigh, reach up through the fingertips, shoulder blades down your back, neck is long. And then exhale, bring the left hand on the inside of the left foot, wiggle the left foot out to the edge of the mat for lizard. So turn the left toes out, let the knee, thigh relax, so the knee's tracking in the same direction. If you want to strengthen it, you lift the back leg, otherwise keep the back knee down. And then, oh, I didn't show you before the block. If you want to if you don't want to do the deepening stretch and you want to come a bit lower, you can bring your forearms onto the block, but you want to keep the action of the chest going forward. If you want to do the deepening here, it's like a little twist and a softening through the hip. So rolling the chest up, lean back, press the thigh away from you. Always integrity in the pose, make sure your wrists are safe. So you want to press the index finger and the thumb down on the right wrist. Okay, come back to center. Palms down, tuck the right toes under, step back to down dog, and then walk your feet towards your hands. Thumbs into hip creases, straighten your legs, hinging. So squeeze your chest forward, engage the core, coming up, coming into pyramid. So feet hip distance apart, and then step the left foot back. So you're going to be feet hip distance apart, and you're not too far, maybe 2.5 feet back from the front foot. The back toes 45-degree angle, hands to hips, revolve the hips to the front of the mat. So that's where you need your feet apart, not on train tracks. So you can turn the hips, draw up through the thighs, and lift the kneecaps, squeeze muscle to bone, hands to hips. Inhale, and then exhale, tailbone goes up, keep thighs strong, drawing thigh bones up and hinge forward. So keeping the hips level, so you want to keep rolling the left hip forward, draw up through the right thigh. Come lower if you want to, but just come to halfway, no further, use your core. Then inhale, squeeze the thighs, lifting up. Other side, step the left foot forward, right foot back, feet hip distance apart. Right toes pointing slightly forward. Revolve, so turn the hips to the front. Exhale, pull up through the thigh muscles, reach chest forward, gazes down, shoulders away from ears. Hamstrings, ankle, and IT band, so the connective tissue on the outside of the thigh, hip and knee. Inhale, squeeze the thighs, hinging back up. Do a little warrior 3 deadlift. It's new to my repertoire. So you're going to take your weight into your right foot, lift. So, sorry, you're going to hinge take the left heel, so flex at the left heel, and take the leg straight back as you lean forward to reach the arms down. Hinge up. It's hard to look at you and do that at the same time. So this is working the glutes. So standing in a hole in the floorboards. Okay, up again. So straightening the leg, flex at the left heel, take it back. You're hinging, so back is straight. Reach down, you don't have to touch the floor. Come up again. One more. Inhale, heel goes back. Exhale, hinging down. Inhale, back up. How are we doing? Other side. So really feel that mountain pose. Take the weight into the left foot. Flex the right ankle. Really feel the reach down of the arms, lift up of the chest. Hinge. So pull up through the right thigh. Down. Hinge up. And again. As you go down, you exhale. Inhale. Come up. One more. Doesn't matter if you're all over the shop wobbling around and not falling over, but it's working through the lower leg muscles as well, which is good. Give the ankles a little shake. And lastly, how we've tightened. Quick, come to lie on your side. So the right palm in front of your face, elbow under shoulder. Lift, so push the floor away with the elbow, feet are stacked, and then we're going to do, you could have your left hand in front of you, a little glute minimus and medius exercise, so your glutes. So really don't sink down into the shoulder, push the floor away with the elbow, little, you're not coming high, just little pulses to hip height. Okay, and then roll to the other side. And of course, you can do this at any time. This is really good for balancing hips there. Okay, other side. Oh, we've gone over. Quick, do this quickly. The glutes are your powerhouse, and often other muscles will do the job of the glutes because we're not activating them properly. And then that ends up, can contribute to like lower back pain, hip tightness, pelvic instability, knees, dodgy ankles, blah, blah, blah. So it's good to work, activate the glutes. Okay, and to sit. Sit nice and tall, hands to thighs, lift up through the chest, inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Bring your palms together at your heart center, lowering your head and opening your eyes. Namaste. Have a lovely week, everybody, and see you next Monday.